Hey, and top of the morning to you, and a happy St. Patrick's Day. It's your old friend Shamus Finegan with another story, a tip about leprechauns. You know how the leprechaun's gold is said to be found at the end of the rainbow? Well, what makes that rainbow? Now you know about the flashing duckies. You know about them, and you know about the golden eggs that the flashing duckies was born from, and you also know that if a leprechaun almost gets caught but gets away and somebody gets his gold, it turns green. Well, you know about all that. Now I'm going to show you something that you have rarely ever seen. It's how the rainbow actually gets formed. Okay, some of them eggs before they hatch, or before the little magical duckies come out, well, the eggs start to glow too sometime, and I'm going to show you that right now. Hold on, look at this. See the little duckies? Those duckies, oh, they're so cute. A couple of them went out for the team, as you can see. They made it too. But look at this. Here's those golden eggs. And just before the second batch of duckies hatch, I want you to see the eggs that hatches them. Look at that. Look at those eggs. They change colors and they glow and they make all the colors of the rainbow. And that's how the leprechaun's pot of gold is found, if you're lucky enough to catch them. The eggs make the rainbow and lead you to the pot of gold, and then of course they hatch little flashing duckies. Okay, so just a little bit of leprechaun lore. I hope you appreciate it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a traditional leprechaun St. Patrick's Day poem, and I hope you enjoy it. So hold on one second, and let's get ready for this. There we go. Okay, Shamus again, of course. Now I've got the St. Patrick's Day poem, and I can't remember the words to the poems. Gosh, there's so much to remember when you become a leprechaun. I mean, you have to forget everything that happened before and concentrate on being a leprechaun. If you've been following along, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, this is the St. Patrick's Day ode that we all say. 'Twas the eve of St. Pat's, and as sure as you're born, we were out. We was all in the pub, just awaiting the morn. When out on the green there arose a commotion, like the pounding of waves that you'd hear at the ocean. Jumping off our stools to the window we ran, and we hollered with glee, 'cause we saw something grand. There stood Terry Finn in a furry green suit, and he knew in a flash he'd been off on a toot. With a cart full of shamrocks and a big crooked stick, his poor pickled brain mixed St. Pat with St. Nick. Quick as a wink, a small crowd soon grew, all the folks from the town and the constable too. Now see here, young lad, this just has to stop. And around Terry turned and just looked at the cop. He wanted to fight with the big man in blue, but being so drunk, he needed his crew. In each beefy fist was a mug full of stout, and he whistled and bellowed and called us all out. Come Casey and Patrick and Jimmy O'Toole and Sean McNamara and that Finegan fool. Me, could you imagine? Call me a fool. Go fill up a pint and raise yourself tall and drink it down, drink it down, drink it down all. Then he turned to the cop, set to put up a fight, and he belched one last time and passed out for the night. As the cop locked the wagon to take Finn to jail, we lowered our glasses and collected the bail. When he drove through the village, the cop laughed with delight. It's the same stunt he pulls every Paddy's. Good night. And that's it. That's the St. Patrick's Day poem. I hope you enjoy it. Now, I'm going to have a little St. Patrick's Day feast. And you know about the green eggs. I told you you're going to eat them. And of course, I have the traditional St. Patrick's Day cake. Here, watch this. Okay, let's get those duckies to the side. So that you don't want them to have any of the St. Patrick's Day cake. It stunts their growth, you know. What do we have here? St. Patrick's Day cake and St Patrick's Day eggs. Aye, and to wash it all down, a true Irishman's leprechaun feast would never be complete without a nice glass. Of green beer. I don't know if you can see how green that is. Look at the head on that puppy. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tasty, tasty, tasty. And as every Irishman knows, you can't beat a nice glass of stout on St. Patrick's Day with your St. Patrick's Day cake. And one last thing I meant to tell you, I've been doing these videos now for 4 or 5 years, and I've gathered some reputation. And surprise of it all, I'm being called on the telephone, and getting emails, and I don't know how they got my email address. eleprechaun.com, I don't know. Anyway, they've given me a nickname. It's Famous Shamus. I can't believe it myself, but there it is. And I'll be with you again to tell you another leprechaun story soon, I hope. And Erin go bra, happy St. Patrick's Day. And don't you forget, I love every one of you. Bye now.